Hello, am I live? Hello. Good afternoon. I'm Gloria. This is Yoga with Gloria. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. In the Bay Area, we have really bad air quality again. So it's good to exercise indoors with me instead. So again, today we'll do a full body flow and I'll modify. Yeah, our air quality monitor is showing 156. Um, so my husband built that um, instead of getting those purple air filters. So let's go ahead and reach on up, and we're gonna reach one arm higher than the other, one arm higher than the other. So be sure to say hello in the chat so I know who's joining us today and sharing our energy together in the virtual world. Let's walk our hand out and do a nice side body stretch. So hello, Alice. Hi, May. Hi, John and Karen and another John Scarborough. And Bonnie, hello. I'm glad you made it. Oh, Barbara, hello from Hollywood. From Hollywood? Hollywood. Suresh made it today. Welcome back, Suresh. Okay, one more time on this side. If you're more flexible, you can bring your elbow down, but if you're not, just keep your arm straight. Turn the gaze up. Okay, now we're just going to shrug our shoulders up to our ears, roll them back and down. So we're going to scoop your shoulders forward, lift them up towards your ears, back and down. Oh, coming up and down. Okay, and we'll take it the opposite direction. So try to bring your shoulder blades together on your back, lift them up and forward and down. Hello, Frank, welcome. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, lift them up to your ears, roll them forward and down. Okay, then you're going to take the back of your chin back, so neck in line with your spine like this. We tend to do this all the time on computers, so you want to lengthen up through the crown of your head and just bring your chin back. So neck in line with your spine, kind of like these little turkey, like chicken baka box. So just lift it back so you have nice, good posture. 2 more times, lengthening and strengthening your posture muscles. Last time. And then we're going to drop the ear to the shoulder. So any way is fine. We'll get to both sides. Inhaling through your nose, out your mouth. And just let your head be really heavy. You can even take your opposite arm out and just touch it to the ground or almost to the ground. And make your head as heavy as you can so you can stretch the side of your neck here. And then you're going to slowly nod your head forward and back over that shoulder. Trying to erase some of these lines of tension we often carry here and we don't know it. But when we try to stretch like this, we can feel it. So inhaling, exhaling. 2 more times. Inhale up, exhale down. Okay, and then we're just going to take the hand, the opposite hand behind you if you can. So you feel more of the front of the neck stretch here. And you're going to look at the knee here. The nose will make a little circle, just 3 circles, either clockwise or counterclockwise. And then 3 circles the opposite direction. Good. All right. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Inhale, open your mouth. Drop your ear to the other shoulder. If you like whatever you did on the first side, if you want to take your hand down, you can. You want to make your head nice and heavy, your shoulder nice and heavy. It's like you're stretching them away from each other so you feel it erasing some of those tension there. You can begin to slowly nod your head over that shoulder. And then looking down at your knee, option to take your hand behind you. And you'll just make 3 circles clockwise with your nose. And then take it the opposite direction, 3 circles. All right, so let's go ahead and take a twist here. Just a nice gentle twist. Super straight posture is the most important thing. So you want to feel, you might feel that low back, your spine might be a little cranky if you haven't moved much today. And you'll turn the opposite direction. Fingertips on the floor behind you, lengthening up through the crown of your head. All right, and come back to center. So we're just going to close our eyes for a minute here, connecting to our breath before we flow. So as you inhale, let your belly expand on the inhale and let it relax on the exhale. So inhale, feel your belly, ribs, and chest rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. Belly, ribs, chest rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. Just let go of everything else going on in the outside world for you and bring all the awareness to your breath to make the most of this hour that we both committed to yoga here. Let's lengthen our breath. 3 deep breaths in, inhaling up to the top. Hold your breath for a few seconds. Open your mouth, blow it out. 2 more times like that. Inhale. Nice deep breath in, holding it at the top just for 3 seconds. Open your mouth, blow it out. Last time, inhale. Hold your breath on top. Lift your chest, take the sides of your neck back. We're going to try to hold our breath a little longer this time to reset our stress levels. Maybe just 10 more slow seconds. Open your mouth, blow it out. Hands in front of your heart. Drop your gaze and take a moment to call up an intention for today's class. Especially if you're new to yoga, just remembering what it is that brought you here. So trying not to quit. Remembering your intention. All right, let's seal that intention in with 3 ohms. Inhaling deeply. Oh. All right, we're going to start on our back. So let's go ahead onto our back. And at first, we'll just keep our feet flat on the floor, especially the balls of your feet. And you're just going to drop your knees to one direction. And you might feel hip flexor stretch, low back stretch. And just notice the stretches you feel and how tight you might feel in your body. So you'll go side to side. You can go nice and slow, or you can pick up your tempo. Okay. And then you're going to draw the right knee into your chest. You're going to straighten it up. Interlace your fingers behind your right leg. And then you're going to feel the hamstring stretching behind your leg here. So if you're less flexible, you can keep the opposite leg bent. Otherwise, try to straighten that leg so both legs are straight and you're feeling how tight your hamstrings are. You can make circles with your right ankle in one direction and then the opposite direction. So you can, if you're more flexible, you can walk up your leg, elbows out. And release. You're going to do the other side. So if you need to bend the right leg, you can. Straighten both the left leg. Interlace your fingers behind your hamstring. And most of you might be able to straighten both legs. You want to scissor the inner thighs. Feel into your hamstring. And release. You're going to draw the knees into your chest. Open the knees out and just grab the outer edges for happy baby pose. So you can stay in happy baby pose. Try to stamp your low back into the floor to feel the lumbar curve, the natural S curve. And release. Let's put both feet on the floor, elbows down, and just lift up into bridge pose. So feel the glutes turning on. And then tap it down. And then lift it up. And tap it down. So really extend here so you turn on your glutes. We'll just do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And stay here. If you're able to clasp your hands underneath, go for it and see if you can straighten the arm. Walk your arms closer together, your shoulders closer together. Press down with the straight arm. Maybe walk your feet closer together. So not for everyone, but if you're able to, you're going to lift your right leg straight up. So you're firing just the left glutes. Notice how that feels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Fire your right glutes. Most people, the right side is easier. So notice for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Unclasp your hands. Slowly roll down. Catch behind the backs of your hamstrings here. We're just going to rock up to a seated position. Hands behind you. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Gigi. From Italy. Hello, welcome. And you're going to lift your chest. Roll your shoulders back. So maybe you stay here Or maybe you can take it up a little higher, lifting into a reverse tabletop position. Maybe the neck feels okay coming back, or maybe you keep the chin tucked towards the chest. And come on down. And the last one is a challenge pose, not for everyone. So you can either do this one again if you don't want to do the challenge one. So challenge is legs are straight, reverse plank, coming all the way up. Try to be straight like a board. Try to lift your hips for 3 more seconds. 2 and 1. Slowly come down. Let's cross our ankles and come into curl your toes. And we're going to flip your hands up. Just for carpal tunnel, we're going to do this for a moment here. So it's like you're spiraling your hands. It's like you're doing this. Like it's almost like you're doing a reverse namaste, if you want to just do that. And then you can just bring your fingers in, fingers in. If you don't get it, it's okay. You can just make fists with your circles and bend at the wrists and opposite directions. But if you do get it, it's really good for the carpal tunnel muscles. And you can also just do this. Bring your fingers to point down towards your toes, and you'll sit back. If it hurts, if it's too much a stretch, you bring your hands right between your knees for a much gentler stretch. And if you're super more flexible, you'll come into a tabletop position with the fingers pointing towards your knees, claw the floor, and stretch back. Should feel good. Don't overstretch. Good. So you can stay here with the fingers if you want for cat-cow, or you can flip your fingers back to the normal position. Your joints stack, shoulders over hips, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Drop your belly, look up, inhale, exhale, round your back, tuck the tailbone under. Look up, inhale, exhale, round forward. Tuck the tailbone under, looking up, rounding forward. Really good for the health of your spine. Let's add lion's breath for 2 breaths, sticking your tongue out. One more time like that. Okay, and another exercise that's great to do every day. Take your right leg back, lift it straight up. This helps. Go ahead and pulse so you feel the glutes. If you can, lift your opposite arm, your left arm. If you're falling over, then just do the leg. Okay, so we're little pulse or just hold it straight. And this will help with those back muscles, firing the erectors on your back, for also your core muscles and your balance. If you're able to, you're going to add on elbow towards the knee for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And turn to your left. See if you can catch your foot and kick it away. Opening up your chest. If you can't, don't worry about it. And release. Other side, stretching out your left calf, lifting it straight up. Little pulses. You want to feel the left glute firing first. You don't want to have that dead butt syndrome. A lot of Americans are having opposite arm, up and down, pulsing, working those back muscles. good. If you want to add on, elbow towards the knee, a little dynamic core and balance for 8 more, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn to your right and kick your shin away. Open up your chest. And release. Okay, so just want to remind you, this is Child's Pose. You can take it, especially if you're new to yoga. Anytime you're tired, come back to Child's Pose and then just join us when you're ready. Okay, so you're on all fours. Curl your toes under, pop up into downward dog. Straighten the legs. So downward dog is this triangular shape in your body. Hips are up. And you're going to bend the left knee. Try to bring your right heel down as much as you can to the floor. Bend the right knee. Try to get that left heel as close as you can. Don't worry about actually touching the floor. Just worry about getting a stretch for your body today. So in the body you are in today. Let's bring your feet together, and we're going to bring your right leg forward. So if you can't do it in one swoop, you grab your ankle, do it like this, or you can bring your knee to the floor, grab your ankle, and bring it forward. Okay? And so you're coming here and step forward and forward folds. And then you're going to fold forward, a micro bend in your knees, ragdoll, just grab opposite elbows and relax your head and neck and just let everything hang. You can rock slowly side to side, left and right, left and right. Okay, lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Bend your knee. If you cannot touch the floor, then you're going to bend the left knee and bring your elbow to rest over the knee here as you twist to the right. If you can touch the floor, you just bring your fingers to the floor and twist, stacking your shoulders. That right leg is straight. And then back to center, bend the right knee and twist. Again, if you need a modification, you're right here. Hello, Jawad, welcome. Elbow to the thigh or on the floor. Okay, hands to the floor. Circle the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Okay. So we're going to warm up our back, strengthen our back so we won't have any back trouble, any back pain here. So feet are outer hip width distance apart. You're going to unlock your legs. So they're not really bent, but they're unlocked. And then you're going to take your hips back, knees back, just till my upper body's in like a 45-degree angle. So look down, make sure you can see your whole foot. Okay? So hips back, hands behind you, palms facing forward, squeezing between your shoulder blades. So almost straighten the legs. It's just slightly unlocked. So you should feel some of your low backs burning, working. If not, then take your hips a little further back, bend your knees a little more, and lean forward a little bit more. And then see if you can take your arms forward. Put a lot of weight in your heels, maybe even lift the front toes up. Don't fall over. Back is flat. And you should feel that posterior chain really working. Your low back, your hamstrings, and your glutes. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's fold forward again, forward fold. If you can, grab your big toes, lift and lengthen, nice flat back, exhale, fold. And circle the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Okay, let's do maybe 1 or 2 rounds of sun salutations to warm up. So you're going to circle the arms, inhale, exhale, fold forward, lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold right leg back, left leg back. Come to your belly and then come up for cobra. If cobra is hard for you, this can be your cobra on your forearms here. So coming up for cobra and then downward facing dog. Let's bring your right leg forward, your left leg forward, and circle the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Circle the arms, inhale, exhale, fold forward, lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold left leg back, right leg back. Lower slowly to your belly. Come on up for cobra and downward facing dog. Left leg steps forward, right leg steps forward, and circle the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Okay, so let's take your left leg back. We're going to do high lunge. Hi, Dan. Welcome. So high lunge, back heel is lifted. Hips are squared forward. So how do you know if your hips are squared forward? Take your hands on your hips and then keep looking forward and then try to bring your forearms, your elbows forward. Can you see your elbows? If you can't, you need to move your hips, most likely your left hip forward until you can see both elbows, and then you know your hips are forward. Okay, arms overhead. And let's bring your hands beside you. Tilt forward 45 degrees. This is hard enough. Stay here or go back. And if you want harder, arms alongside your ears. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Left hand down, easy twist. And step it back. Lower to your knees. Let's add a little upper body strengthening. Okay, so we're going to just try to do 3 little push-ups. If it's too hard, don't go down all the way. You can go down like 3 inches or something. So 3 little push-ups. Find a little cobra. Roll your shoulders back. And then find a downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose, out your mouth. Left leg up, bring it forward. Come on up for high lunge. Again, square your hips forward, hands on your hips, elbows forward. You can see both your elbows. Arms overhead, hands relaxing besides you. Collarbones are wide, squeeze between your shoulder blades. Hinge forward about 45 degrees. And this may be hard enough, so stay here or take it harder. Arms alongside your ears for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Right hand down, easy twist. And step it back. Lower to your belly. Chin down, hands by your hips. And Shalabhasana. lift everything up. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. Arms are straight. Legs are straight. Point your toes. Come back down. Again, coming up. And release. Hands by your chest. Come into full cobra. Roll your shoulders back. And downward facing dog. Feet together, right leg lifts. You're going to bend it and stack it. Open up your hips. Look under the left underarm. Feel those right hip flexors stretching. Bring it forward. Spin the back heel down. Warrior one. Come on up. Left elbow over right for eagle arms. Lift your elbows if you can. Hands away from your face. If you're more flexible, you can look up. Make sure you don't fall over. And release. Clasp your hands behind you and come leaning on the inner thigh, lifting the arms up for humble warrior. And release your hands to the floor. You're going to quarter turn to the left for prasarita. So just spin the inner thighs back and you're going to fold forward. If your head can touch the floor, great. If not, just spin your inner thighs back. You can be holding a block or a chair or something. All right, let's quarter turn to the left. Warrior one facing the opposite direction this time. And we'll take your right elbow over the left for eagle arms. Lift your elbows, hands away from the face. If you have upper back bend practice, you can look up, lift your elbows. And release. Open up your chest, drop your arms, clasp your hands with the opposite pinky at the bottom this time. Straighten the arms if you can. You're going to hinge forward, resting on the inner thigh, reaching your arms overhead. And release. Let's quarter turn back to center and slowly come on up. All right. Interlace your fingers here. You're going to take your hips back and stretch out that inner thigh here. So going side to side, side to side. So it looks like this. The back is nice and flat. You should feel no strain in your back. Okay. Some of you are more flexible. You'll come down if you're more flexible. If you can come down, you're going to straighten one leg, heel down, toes up. Other side. Heels down, toes up. One more on each side. Stretching those inner thighs. Last time on this side. And come on up. Quarter turn to the right. We're going to set up for warrior two. Windmill the arms up. So it's like you're surfing. So the front knee is bent It's a heel to arch alignment here. Shrugging shoulders up, rolling down. Reverse the warrior. And elbow to your thigh, side angle. If you're able to reach to the floor, you can go for it. You can bend and straighten the leg a little bit even. And take your top hand behind you, roll your shoulder back. Maybe take a full bind. And we're going to release. Turn this foot in, the other foot out for the other side. Spin on up. Warrior 2. Inhale, shoulders. Exhale, relax them down. Sink deep in the front knee so you can find a side body stretch in your reverse warrior. Elbow to the thigh for side angle. Turning the chest up towards the sky. And you can stay here or drop your hand to the floor if you're more flexible. Bend and straighten a little, turning on those hamstrings. Top hand behind you, roll your shoulder back. Option to take a full bind. And release. Okay, quarter turn back here. Bend your knees and slowly roll on up. Okay, so we'll do a little flow for your back. It's called full body flow. I'll turn to the side so you can see me better. So you're gonna go ahead and grab your left wrist, make a fist, grab your wrist, and then with straight legs, you're gonna take your hips back with straight legs, and then you're gonna take your fists between your legs, bend your knees, and then tuck your tailbone under as you roll up. Again, hips back, coming forward, swinging between your knees, bend your knees, tuck your tailbone under, and a little zipping, rolling up, bending, rolling up. Try to build that fluidity in our spine. Hi, Ashley. Bending your knees, rolling up. Bending and rolling up. So if you can't, go ahead and switch hands. So grabbing your right wrist, bending and rolling up. Bending your knees. Tailbone pulls forward and then roll up. Wave-like motion up your spine. As good as you can do it. Don't worry if you can't be completely fluid looking. It's fine. Let's do 3 more. You'll get better at this. 2. Last 1. All right. Okay, how do you feel? Let's go ahead and shake out. Bounce in your heels and just release any physical tension you may have gotten. Tune into your body and sense and feel. Try to release tension. Emotionally, you can also release just by tapping into that happy place inside of you. Just make a big smile and feel your heart smiling with you. And you can be silly. Go ahead and it's really emotionally releasing. If you don't want to make a sound, you can just sigh loudly because it signals to your brain to let go. So otherwise you can just say, ah. more time. One more time. And just go ahead and pause and tune into your body and feel that energy buzzing all around. You're circulating your energy. Good. So if you can feel that, it's a wonderful feeling, and it's really good for you, because when you can circulate the energy and the blood within, then your body is increasing in health and vitality. So that's just a little part of Qigong that we do sometimes, and I just infuse it in. Let's go ahead and come down, and we'll do a low lunge here. So if you need to pad up your knees, you can bring a blanket. If you don't have a blanket, you can do like a beach towel or even a bath towel. Okay, so right leg forward. And you're gonna bring your hips forward. So pressing into that back knee, really feeling your left hip flexor stretching. They get really tight sitting. So lengthen up through the crown of your head. You can stay here, or if you want to make it a little harder, you can look up. Good. And then you're going to make a twist. So left hand can come down for an easy twist, or you can bring your elbow past your knee for a harder twist. Namaste your hands. Some of you might even come on up for a high lunge twist. Maybe opening your arms. And release. Let's come onto our knees. Knees wide. Let's do a puppy pose. So go ahead and take a break here. Rest your forehead down. Your hips are over your knees. Take a few breaths here. You can bring your elbows closer to your head and namaste your hands up towards the sky. If you're more flexible, you can just take your chest and chin down. Okay, and then come on up. We're going to open up our shoulders here with a dolphin pose. If you're able to clasp your hands, bring your elbows more narrow than your shoulders. Press down with your forearms and basically do a downward dog on your forearms. Your head should not be touching, really opening up your shoulders. If it's too much, you come back down on your knees and just do the puppy pose again. Otherwise, feet together. Let's lift your right leg straight up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left leg up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. All right, other side. So let's bring your left leg forward. Interlace your fingers. Exhale, come forward. Breathe deep. So you come to about your 60-80% Don't go all the way to your edge. Don't want to strain any muscles. So you can stay here, or you can lift up onto the asana. And then come on up. So the right hip is over the right knee. And then lifting your right arm up. You're going to twist, or you can just take your hand down, okay? So twist, 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 twist. Namaste your hands. See if you can get the thumb to touch your heart to your thumb. Maybe even lift up off that back knee. Maybe open your arms. And release. Okay. So now we're going to take a pigeon pose. So most people are going to do the normal pigeon right here with the knee out to the side, the right knee out towards the edge of the mat here, and your hips are in the center of your mat here. So most of you are right here or coming down to your forearms. If your hips are really high, you can shove a pillow, a blanket under the right hip. If you just can't do it, you can lay on your back and you can do this modification. Right ankle over the left knee. The right hand goes between and behind your hamstring or thread the needle, or in front of your shin. So either one is fine. So if you're on your back later, you can release and just do a gentle twist, dropping your foot flat on the floor. Okay, I'm going to go back into pigeon since most people are here. And a lot of us hold a lot of emotions in our hips. So it's good to really take some kind of hip opener every day. Pigeon seems to be a crowd favorite, so we come back to it often. So you can stay here, or see if you can come up and turn towards your straight leg, bend the knee. You might be able to catch your foot. If you can catch it, bonus. You can pull it in and get that quad stretch. Okay. If you can't catch it, you can lay on your belly and then you can catch one foot for sure if you lay flat on your belly. Okay. If you have a mermaid practice, clamp, squeeze, lift your arm up, maybe even clasp your hands behind you. Find a mermaid. Again, for a mermaid, you want to keep your hips squared forward, okay? Don't open up into that sideways cheerleader hip position. All right. Back, and you can switch legs, or if you want, you can take one last chaturanga cobra. Downward facing dog, left leg lifts. Oh, bend it and stack it. I think I missed this side. Nobody's keeping me in check. Okay, the left knee comes to the outer edge of your mat. If you can, square your hips forward as best you can. And again, if you need padding under, if you're really tight, your hip will be way up here. And that's when you know you have to shove something under there for more support. If it's way up there and you're okay with that, then it's fine. You can just stretch, and then eventually you'll stretch your way down. Hopefully that's the goal. So again, breathing deep down into your hips. Your piriformis is stretching. So the middle of your glute here, fanning all the way out to the side. And you can hold your static pigeon or go shimmy a little side to side here. So just looking over the right and left edges of the mats. And when you're ready, you come on up. See if you can turn towards your straight leg to my right. Grab your foot, pull it in. If you're able to, find that quad stretch. Or maybe clamp it for a mermaid. And release. You're going to bring that foot forward. And we're going to slowly lay down. So let's take your right leg up. So stretching your hamstrings. Just interlace your fingers behind. And since we're almost done with class, you can walk your hands higher. Maybe lift your head and shoulders if you want to go deeper. Maybe hold your heel and give your knee a kiss of gratitude for all the years of service it's done for us. Okay, and then scoot down. And then from here, you're going to take your right elbow out to the side and hold your palm up. And then you're just going to allow your foot, your leg to fall into that. Try not to let the left hip roll up too much. So you'll feel a adductor stretch here. If you're more flexible, just grab your big toe and stretch it out to the side. Shoulder blades are on the floor. Reach your opposite arm out. Maybe even look to your left. And bring it back to center. You're going to bend the knee into your chest. Maybe even lift up. Oof. This is called wind relieving pose. And you flip over. And I taught a senior citizen class. And everyone's on the floor and we did this pose. And everyone just let out a bunch of gas. It was funny. Anyways, okay. All right. So now you're going to stack your sitting bones up and twist. So it should feel good in your low back stretching. And if you're more flexible and you want to, you can straighten the top leg. So you also feel some IT band stretching here along the side. Try to take your hip down a little towards your opposite foot. Lengthen your spine on either side and release. And now we'll straighten the left leg and clasp behind. You can stay here. You can walk up your leg to your heel. Give your knee that kiss of gratitude. And then you can either just grab your big toe here, take it out to the side without rocking your right hip up too much. Both shoulders are on the floor. Or you can simply take your elbow to the floor, hold your palm out to catch your leg. Same thing. you're either here or here. Try to keep that right hip down as much as you can, and try to keep your both of your shoulder blades should be flat on the floor. Get back to center. You could bend the knee into your chest for that wind relieving pose lift. Chin towards the chest, really hugging it in here. And release. You're going to stack your sitting bones up. Take the knee across your body so the sitting bones are stacked one over the other. And you extend the arm out. And it might feel good to reach that left hand up and out. And out. Again, you can straighten the top leg if you like. And release. All right. And we could end with the fish pose if you like, or you can just sit here. Supta Baddha Konasana. Think of the things you're grateful for. Or sit on palms facing down. Sit on your hands. Straighten your legs. Press into the elbows. Lift your chest straight up and arch back. You can look back. Your head can dangle, or the top of your head can touch the floor. Either one should feel good. And we're going to inhale through your nose. Open your mouth side out. And just surrender to your practice here. Or you can stay down here or bend your knees. Turn to your left and press yourself up to close out the class with us together in any comfortable position. Hands overhead, collecting all that positive universal energy, pressing it into your heart center, and smile and feel blessed. And smile and feel gratitude. And with gratitude for our practice here together in the virtual world, let's offer one Om to seal it in, inhaling deeply. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to like, thumbs up the video. And remember, there are ways you can help me with these live streams, even if not monetarily. You can help thumbs up, you can comment, you can share with friends, or you can help me with a small donation, whatever. Underneath the subscription, you can find out how you can become a Patreon to help me continue making free live stream shows for people, full yoga classes. Thank you so much. Please continue sharing my YouTube. Share. Trying to reach that 500. Thanks, guys. Be safe. See you next time. Bye, John. Bye, John Wadsworth. Bye, John Scarborough and Alice. See you Sunday. Bonnie, I love the show modifications. Oh, yay. I'm glad you came, Bonnie. So bring your sister, you twinsies. You guys can get yoga fit together. All right. Bye, guys.